Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing episode 5 of Power Rangers Dino Fury, Winning Attitude, which came out today. So let's talk about it a little bit. Let's get out of the way that we have a guest star this episode, which really makes this episode something special. And that is we have a character who is part of the Special Olympics named Lily. Her actress, Sarah Dalton, was actually part of the Special Olympics, or so I hear. Maybe I'm getting that wrong. I'm pretty sure she is an actual athlete, which is awesome. And I think it's great that they're having a disabled person on the show. That's incredible. It reminds me a lot of Mighty Morphin Season 1. I think it was the 5th episode of that Season 2, A Different Drum, which featured a deaf character, which was honestly one of the best episodes of the show, in my opinion, in that it really had her as the hero. But anyway, she's really great in this episode, and you know what? It's great to have such diversity in the show, which, has been a diverse show forever, but, it's great to have a new level of diversity, I guess you could say. So, basically, Lily is the cousin of both Izzy and Javi, and is training Izzy for an upcoming race, right? So that's kind of how we start the episode. After that, they go back to Dino Henge, and we find out that Solon is trying to find Izzy and Javi's Zords, and basically she tracks down that the orb that contained their Dino keys comes from a nearby mountain, so she's going to try to scan the nearby mountain to see if maybe the Zords are buried under there, right? So that's what they're going to do. And then not long after this, we get the introduction of the Monster of the Week, Brine Blast, who is actually, we've had some great guest stars so far this season in terms of returning actors with Boom Tower, and last week also Dragnarok was actually voiced by a returning voice actor for the show. I can't remember exactly who, but I forgot to mention that in last week's review. But in this week's review, Brine Blast is actually voiced by Jason Smith, who played Casey, the Red Jungle Fury Ranger. So Jungle Fury and Dino Fury together at last. And he was also, fun fact, a writer on Power Rangers Super Megaforce. So he's back. This is the first time he's playing a character other than Casey in the series, which is pretty darn awesome. But anyway, we get introduced to this character because Jane and Jayborg are actually are teaching kids about the Ranger Hotline, which I'm glad we're getting a proper introduction to the Ranger Hotline. We have seen it appearing in the past few episodes, and it's a great idea. And to have it a little bit better explained, I think is important, especially for the kids watching. So that's great. And Jayborg and Jane are on a streak now of having legitimately funny episodes, where it's not cringy humor. So that's great. So after that, the Rangers show up. They fight Brine Blast. They take care of him, but he's not gone. And now there's some conflict because Izzy finds out that Lily was actually going shopping instead of helping her train. And so now there's a rift in their relationship. So then after this, Brine Blast is attacking in his giant form. So the Rangers have to go and fight that in the Megazord. And in the meantime, something great, I think, I want to say it was Dawson Rider who pointed this out on Twitter, and I fully agree with this, is that it's great that they're not going with the whole we have to do everything together. In this episode, they basically go, okay, Izzy, you need to go do your race. You do that, we can take care of the monster. Unlike in some past episodes where they'd be like, oh, I guess you have to miss out on that race because, all 5 of us have to pilot the Megazord and that kind of thing, which I think is a great little change to the mantra of the show. Anyway, so Izzy's running her race, and she kind of finds out right beforehand that Lily was actually helping out a disabled friend of hers by going shopping yesterday. Now she feels really bad, and on her race, she discovers, first, a competitor of hers actually ends up tripping and falling, and Izzy ends up having to stop the race and do something for the greater good and help her up. I think it was a little bit out of nowhere that she would do that. I mean, they did set up that she had an enemy earlier in the episode. It doesn't really fit that much into the theme of the episode. I guess Lily does say that it's more important to help people than to win the race, I suppose, but I don't know. Just something about it didn't quite mesh together for me. But anyway, after that, she discovers that Mucus and Boom Tower are actually at the mountain drilling to find the Zord, and I think they want to blow it up or something like that. So Izzy has to stop them. Quick talk, Mucus is kind of useless in the show. I mean, she's entertaining and all, but like her only function is that she kind of comes up with plan ideas, which Void Knight also does. So it's like, you know, she's not strong. She doesn't like fight a whole lot. And in Ryu Soldier, her character was the monster maker, but she doesn't do that in Dino Fury, so it's a little weird. But anyway, after that, it turns out, so Izzy is able to fend them off and is able to summon her Zord, which they combine with the Megazord to defeat Brine Blast. And obviously, this is one of those "it's a new toy" episodes. But I mean, to be fair, like, at least they're kind of spacing it out a little bit. Like, obviously, they waited 4 episodes to introduce 2 new Rangers, and they had a gap episode at least between introducing Ollie and Amelia's Zords and introducing Izzy's Zord, and we still have Javi's Zord to reveal later on. So this new Zord is the Tiger Claw Zord, and it looks pretty cool, I have to admit. I wasn't super familiar with the Ryu Soldier Zords. I did see a little bit of the Tiger Claw Zord when Hasbro was showing the toys, but those were like uncolored prototypes and also toys. So seeing it actually in the footage, it looks really cool. So the episode finishes off with Izzy, of course, apologizing to Lily, and Lily gives her Special Olympics medal as kind of a you might not have won the race, but you're still a winner to me type thing. And it was a really nice moment and a good message. A lot of people are like, yes, a message that isn't shoved down your throats like in Ninja Steel and Beast Morphers. When honestly, I mean, in Ninja Steel, it didn't bother me that much, but it was pretty overt what the message was. In Beast Morphers, it was pretty alright. In this episode, I honestly, just being completely frank, I think that it is a little bit forced. I don't mind it, I'm just saying it is, and I feel like people's instincts of Dino Fury is great is kind of clouding that a little bit, but overall, it is a good message, it's a good scene, and it's a good episode. Again, consistent quality over the course of the show, which is great. What did you guys think of Winning Attitude? Let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe for daily videos on the franchises you love, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.